Hello and welcome to the All-Season Financial Advisors Financial Planners Circle presentation, where we bring you insights into the financial planning and investment management world. Today is Thursday, August 17th, 2017, and I'm Alex Osmond. In this episode of the Financial Planners Circle, we bring you 3 articles about college planning and back-to-school topics. I've been seeing a lot of back-to-school and in preparation for college type articles as it's that time of year again, and wanted to bring my 2 cents to the table on a few of the topics. We'll be showcasing 3 articles that shed light onto areas not regularly given much airtime. No need to necessarily read each of them, as one is behind a paywall and I should be able to boil down the main points, but I will include links to the articles and the notes for this video. The first article I'd like to visit is from investmentnews.com, titled Documents to Prepare Before Sending Children Off to College. This article is now behind a paywall, but it was originally available to me so I could review it in its entire text originally. Now it is behind a subscription area. I like this article because it presented the reader with a situation that could happen to any parent, but that no parent would like to find themselves in. Cutting right to the meat and details of the article, the 3 documents that you should have for your now 18-year-old or older student to sign and prepare before heading off to college, according to this article, are the General Power of Attorney, the Medical Durable Power of Attorney, also known as the Durable Power of Attorney for Healthcare, and a HIPAA release form. I'm going to link off to a number of different websites, including LegalZoom, as well as a few others, to give you some of the black and white descriptions that each one may be relied upon. Here are just a few of those links that we'll be using: Healthcare Power of Attorney and the Durable Power of Attorney and HIPAA disclosures. The reason you want to prepare these documents once your student has attained the age of 18 is that the possibility of a hospital visit is greater than 0. Some students will end up in accidents far from home, and protecting yourself and your family from the confusion that arises after an accident can save time, money, and heartache. In the case that a student is in the hospital without these documents, parents can be left in the dark. The laws of many states consider the 18-year-old student or not a stranger to the parent, and therefore the parent has no right to information about the condition of the student. So getting into the actual documents, the power of attorney or general power of attorney can assist parents in receiving information from the college registrar or administration office. Police and local authorities may be involved with some issues that have arisen, and this power of attorney can be of value when confronted here as well. The general power of attorney does have its drawbacks and therefore should be accompanied by the medical power of attorney. Let's take a look at that one. The medical power of attorney, also known as the durable power of attorney for healthcare, allows the agent holding the power to make medical decisions regarding the subject of the document. When this document is prepared properly, incapacitation is not an issue. The agent can make determinations regarding life support, organ and tissue donations, medical procedures like CPR and kidney dialysis, and other potentially consequential procedures. One distinction to point out here is that a living will is not sufficient for these purposes. A living will loses its power once the grantor becomes incapacitated or mentally unable to make decisions on their own. The distinction between the medical power of attorney and a living will is extremely important and can save some families from potentially catastrophic decision-making situations. The final document detailed in the investmentnews.com article, now behind a subscription paywall, is the HIPAA Waiver. I've got some of the HIPAA waiver information up on the screen now. The HIPAA waiver is an addendum to the medical power of attorney that expressly indicates that the agent is also the personal representative and is authorized to receive information regarding the status of the patient. This HIPAA waiver uses terms specifically outlined in the HIPAA law that can be added as an addendum or a clause to the medical power of attorney. For more detailed information on these documents, feel free to enter them into your favorite web search engine and begin your research. At All Season Financial Advisors, we include recommendations for these documents in our financial planning process where appropriate and team up with qualified professionals to deliver them to our clients. Moving on to our second article coming from WPXI.com presents the Better Business Bureau Scam Alert for college students heading back to school. I'll show you the headline up top and get down to the actual meat of it. This article details a number of scams that have arisen from desperate students looking for a helping hand. The scams presented in the article include financial aid, online income, roommate or rental scams, as well as online shopping scams. The real takeaway here is that there are people out there trying to abuse and erode the trust of vulnerable students, in many cases poor students with few opportunities trying to get ahead. An axiom to stick with regard to online scams might go along the lines of, if it looks too good to be true, it very well may be a scam. The final article we'll cover today is from the New York Times, still in business, and is titled, Graduating, Here's What to Know with Regard to Your Student Loans. It's from May of this year, although it's more of a graduation season type article. I wanted to include it because of the many people that struggle with student loan debt. This article should be visited and read carefully because it contains a number of important topics. I wanted to draw specific attention to a few areas. Area 1 is going to be the importance of maintaining contact with your student loan provider. It's a very common issue that a student address changes frequently throughout college, moving between on-campus, home, and off-campus housing. If a student with debt falls out of contact with their lender, they may be subject to late fees or penalties. These penalties can not only affect the bank account, but will have an effect on the credit score of the borrower, making future lending more difficult and more expensive. Area 2 is regarding a credit check. This topic is alluded to but not fully explored in the article. I recommend the website annualcreditreport.com because of its compulsory mandate to provide free reports to those who request their credit report. Annualcreditreport.com pulls data from the 3 credit bureaus, that's TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, and makes each of the bureau's reports available one time per year. Because each bureau tracks approximately the same information, an individual could gather their credit data 3 times per year for free to ensure that there's no funny business happening in their name. If you have had your identity or social security number stolen, I'm sure you now check your credit score more frequently. No one wants a car, student, or home loan in their name that becomes delinquent and drags their credit score through the mud unnecessarily. Monitoring credit reports through annualcreditreport.com can be a great defense from identity theft. As a side note, the reports from annualcreditreport.com do not show a credit score, but show all credit activity associated with the social security number. So no score, just all the activity. The final piece that's here in the article is regarding to automatic loan payments. In many cases, discounts can be gained through automatic payments from a bank account. These automatic payment tactics go hand in hand with the automatic retirement savings recommendations made by the millionaire next door, which I've got that image there, Millionaire Next Door book, Thomas J. Stanley, which we will assuredly discuss in future episodes. As always, links and mentions will be included in the show notes, and this video will be archived on the All Season Financial Advisors website at allseasonfunds.com. Thank you for tuning into the Financial Planning Circle from All Season Financial Advisors, helping to create wealth and defend it. I'm Alex Osmond, a certified financial planner.